All right. We are recording. God willing, it won't crash this time. So here we go. Cosecant squared of theta minus 3 cosecant of theta plus 2 is equal to 0. How do you solve that? Oh, yeah. Can you turn off the middle light to reduce glare? Yes. Is that better? Okay, nice. Okay. Let me turn on chat. I mean, I won't be able to see myself, but oh well. I know what I look like. So, cosecant, I already read it. How do you even begin the problem? Any idea? Yeah. You can definitely do 1 over sine, and eventually we will do that. Does this remind you of any problem we did in the past? It looks bigger and uglier, but if I were to do this, pretend that u equals cosecant of theta. What would this look like now? Abby, right now.
It would be.
What is this thing?
U squared.
Good. U squared.
Minus 3u.
Yep.
Plus 2 equals 0.
Could you solve that? Does that thing factor? Oh, math people? Add one more in the audience. What do you think? There are 7 basic methods of factoring. GCF, unfoil, binomial squared, difference of 2 squares, grouping, magic pair, and substitution. We actually did substitution here. But does this thing factor? If so, how? Okay. I'll give you a hint. What two numbers add up to -3 and multiply to be +2? Here. -1, -2. Oh, sorry, you meant? Okay.
No, that's what I just said it was super weird.
So u minus 2, u minus 1. Did we see that works? So you add up to -3, multiply to be +2. That's unfoil. Solve it for me. How? How does it work? And Nate, we just lost your camera. Yeah, go. Correct. What would it look like? Yeah, and u minus 1 equals 0. Go ahead and solve those. So u equals what? 2, and u equals 1. Let me stop there. Any questions so far? Okay. Nate, can you turn your camera back on? You lost it. Good. Excellent. Been there. Yeah, it looks like you're glitching. Yeah. No worries. So what is, forgive the homey sounding talk, what is u? What does u stand for? Cosecant. Let's put that back in. Cosecant of theta equals 2, and cosecant of theta equals 1. I could solve those if you could tell me where is cosecant on the unit circle? Nate. Where's cosecant on the unit circle? Nowhere, exactly. What is cosecant really?
The reciprocal sign.
Correct. Thank you. So it's the reciprocal of sine. So if you, by the way, here's the symbol for reciprocal. It's sort of like a wavy line with an arrow. People at home, can you still read this? Okay, good. So we're not too far down. So what's the reciprocal of cosecant? Well.
So it's 2, so it'll be 1 over 2.
Correct. So sine of theta is 1 over 2. And then, this is actually kind of boring. The sine of theta, what's the reciprocal of 1? Anybody?
1.
It's just 1. You see how we got that? Everybody? Sine of theta equals 1/2. Common or uncommon? Common. Abby, would this be a multiple of 30, 45, or 90?
30.
30. Yeah, it's a 30, 60, 90 string. Where is sine equal to 1 half? Is sine up, down, left, right, or slope?
Up, down.
Up, down. Is this up or is it down?
Up.
It's up because it's positive. A lot or a little?
A little.
A little. Where are we? What two angles give us that?
30 degrees
Yep.
and 150.
Correct. Now, by the way, those are your solutions. Can somebody give this to me in radians? What is 30 degrees in radians? Sam, take this one. What's 30 degrees in radians? Correct, 5 or 6. So what would that make 150? Here's a way to, go ahead. Or one way to do it. How many 30s go into 150? Right, 5, 5, or 6. Because it's 5 times. Have you seen how we did that? If you know that 30 is pi over 6, there are 30 of these in 150. What am I saying? There are 5 of these in 150, so there are 5 of these. So just multiply by 5. So the two solutions we have, theta equals pi over 6, theta equals 5 pi over 6. There are two of our solutions. And tell you what, Spencer, take this one. Is sine of theta ever equal to 1?
Yes.
Yeah, where? Exactly. That's the only spot. What is that in radians? It's 90 degrees. Exactly. Pi over 2. There's your third and final solution. There you go. So you got 3 solutions. Pi over 6, 5 pi over 6, pi over 2. Does that make sense so far? That over here? Okay. Now, I'm going to need to erase this in a second. Let me know when it's saved. People at home, give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Okay. Oh, wow, you guys are fast. Anybody in here still writing? Okay. This is a consequence of having a team meeting board. Here's the type of problem. Everybody at home, did you get the 14b-1? Do you have it with you? Okay. We're looking at the back page. I want to do one of these together. But before we do, I need to refresh your memory on a few things. Master formulas. Stay with me, y'all. There are 4 of them. Can somebody name me master formula number 1? Well, give me the first one.
Cosine squared of theta
Cosine squared of theta
equals, or plus sine squared.
plus sine squared of theta
Equals 1.
equals 1. Correct. Josh, do you have master formula number 2? Okay. I can give you the first part. Tangent of theta is equal to what? You got it. Sine of theta over cosine of theta. Good. That's master formula number 2. Master formula number 3. Then we have another note. Go, Abby.
Tan squared plus 1 equals secant squared of theta.
Correct. Tangent squared of theta plus 1 is equal to secant squared of theta. And does anybody happen to have number 4? Austin. Okay. Kind of related to the. Yep. Cosecant squared, correct. If you notice, number 3 and number 4 are kind of parallel to each other. Tangent goes with cotangent, and secant goes with cosecant. Make sense? So those are the 4 master formulas. I want to look at problem number 11. It looks like this. 0 equals, keep on wanting to draw theta. Man, that was a 0. Equals 2 tangent of theta squared of theta. Now, we have a bit of a problem here. The last problem we did on the board, it was icky looking, but we could do it because it was all cosecant, cosecant, cosecant. What's the problem here? It's like, is there a GCF? No. We have two different species of function altogether. Does that, oh, by the way, can you all see this at home? On the right hand side here? Okay, good. We've got a serious problem here. These don't match. There's no GCF, you can't unfoil, you can't do anything. All the factoring methods just fail. I would love for this to be either secant, I'd love for tangent just to be secant, or I'd love for secant to be tangent. If I can just transform this into secant or this into tangent, we could make it work. Is there anything that could possibly do that? He said with a suspicious look. Somewhere. Go. Yeah, you see the secant squared? Replace it. Secant squared is equal to tangent squared plus 1. Just do it. I mean, there's nothing to lose at this point. 0 equals 2 tangent of theta. By the way, whenever you plug anything in, always, always, always use parentheses. Always. This, by the way, will be very important. You will get the wrong answer if you don't. Right here. Stay with me. No. What is secant squared? Anything? Tangent squared. Yeah, plus 1. Can somebody simplify that for me? Let me see. Sam, help me out here. How do you simplify this? Yeah, it's 2 tangent of theta minus tangent squared of theta plus 1 in the parentheses. Here's the hand. What do you do with the money? You do, although you notice it's all in parentheses. I like adding the opposite, so I'm going to add negative 1. What do you do with the negative 1? Might be able to see my head here. Anytime you have a number in front of parentheses, what can you do with it? Distribute. Let's go ahead and do it. 0 equals what? I'll write bigger. Can you read this or no? Oh, sorry. Okay. So 2 tangent of theta plus negative 1 tangent squared of theta plus negative 1. So I just distributed the negative 1. Does that make sense? Is that a little easier to read too? Yeah. I hope. Okay. Let me see. Will, help me out. Can you put this in order? Like, these aren't quite in order. I like to go from highest power to lowest power.
So negative 1 tangent squared of theta.
Okay, negative 1 tangent squared of theta.
Plus, can't see that.
Okay.
Plus 2 tangent.
Plus 2 tangent of theta.
Minus or plus negative 1.
Plus negative 1 equals 0, basically. Is everybody still with me? All right. Does everybody see we at least have tangent, tangent, tangent all the way through? Well, tangent, tangent. In other words, we don't have a bunch of different functions. They're all the same. We should be able to factor this thing. What's the first type of factoring? Okay. What's the first type of factoring you always try? GCF. Is there one? I'm sorry? Not normally. Negative 1. Normally I wouldn't even bother pulling out a 1. But negative 1, what's left behind? Yep. Minus 2 tangent of theta. Correct. Plus 1 equals 0. Does that factor? Let me see. Abby, take this one. Think of this as like u squared minus 2u plus 1. Does that factor? I can write that there actually. It's like negative 1 1 parentheses u squared minus 2u plus 1 is this factor.
So, wouldn't you do it again where you have like the two
Yes.
different equations?
What's that called?
Uh,
There's GCF, there's
distribute.
that's GCF.
Unfold.
Unfoil, yeah. Two numbers that add up to -2 and multiply to be 1. What would that give you?
Sorry, what?
Find two numbers that add up to -2 but multiply to be 1.
Oh, negative 1 and 1.
Close, that would multiply to be -1.
Negative 1.
-1 and -1.
Negative.
Okay. Can you translate that into this? So -1 times what two parentheses?
So, negative 1 times u minus 1
Yeah, and what is u in this particular case?
of tangent squared.
Yeah, so, or in this case, if it's just plain old u, it'd be just
Tangent.
tangent. So tangent minus 1, just put your tangent when you have u, and then what's the other one?
Tangent.
Uh-huh.
Minus 1.
Exactly. Take over, Spencer. Solve this thing. Something times something is 0. How do you do that? What property does that go? When you multiply, what's the answer to it? It's called. Answer to a multiplication problem is product. So what property are we looking at?
Oh, zero product.
Zero product property. So, we've got three things multiplied, set them equal to 0. -1 equals 0, which is going to be a dud. Tangent of theta minus 1 equals 0. And tangent of theta minus 1 equals 0. Notice you're going to get a duplicate answer. Totally okay, but you don't have to write it twice unless you want to. When is -1 equal to 0? Well, never. You can just throw it away. It does. Solve this for me. Well, go ahead.
+1.
Yeah, +1. What do you get? Tangent of theta equals 1. And then what is this going to give you? Exact same thing. You do not have to solve them both because they'll both give you the exact same thing. Question. Nate, take this one. Common or uncommon?
Common.
Common. Tangent of theta is 1. Is that a multiple of 30, 45, or 90?
45.
It is. So where is tangent equal to 1? Is that positive or negative, first of all?
45 degrees.
Correct. And where else?
225.
Got it. Now, can you translate those into radians? What's 45 as a radian? Anybody?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Go ahead. Well, oh, there's just the 45 first.
Oh.
Pi over 4. Because pi is 180, so pi over 4 is 45. How many 45s go into 225? Maybe that? Wait, that? Close.
Oh,
1,
from 2, 0.
3,
No,
4. Yeah, 5. So what would this be? 5 pi over 4. So your two solutions are theta is 5 pi over 4, and theta is pi over 4, and that's all she wrote. Any questions? Is that gonna make sense? So your trick is to use the master formulas to rewrite any problems that look lame. Look at number 12, for example. And you'll notice the master formulas pretty much center around squareds. I mean, tangent doesn't, but cosine squared, you can, by the way, you can translate cosine squared. Oh, people at home, can you still read this? Is it off screen or not? Is it still okay? Okay. Cosine squared, I think I put this on the board for you earlier, is equal to 1 minus sine squared. Sorry, I'm writing so small. But you can subtract sine from both sides and get this. If you need to use any of these formulas, say, gee, I'd love to replace cosine squared, you can do it. Like maybe a number 14. Or you can do it the other way around and find sine squared by itself. Any questions? Everybody feeling okay on this? Bear with me, hold it together. That is all I have for you. So 11 through 14 is your assignment for tomorrow. Go ahead and finish this off. People at home, that's actually all I need from you. So, I'll come down here, I can see my face. So, thank you very much. Take care. If you have any questions, email me. I will try my best to upload this new video. The video from yesterday, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and repair it. But the one where we're doing odd, even functions with negatives, which was the brain buster one. Just skip those problems for now, and I'll see if I can record that. Okay? Everybody else at home, God bless you all. Protect your health, and see you soon, God willing. Take care.
Mr. Cotton,
Can
can I go grab some for Mr. Highland to do for homework?
I didn't hear that last part.
Mr. Joseph Highland, can I go grab something for him for homework?
For homework?
It's a test I have to do.
If you hurry, yes.
Yeah, it shouldn't take long. I mean, I should have it done before class ends. So. Yeah, was it long?
I mean, it's 2 vocab sections and then like 5
It was 6 or 5.
on the short answer,
They had to be very, very
but they're very